Hello everybody and welcome to Toss Show. And today we're going to play one of the best games ever, or at least for me. And it is Final Fantasy VI. And Final Fantasy VI is probably one of the latest Super Nintendo games that really have an impact in a way for me. Well, obviously, it was at the golden age of video games for me in terms of like Super Nintendo, at least at that era, because PlayStation is another like golden era in my opinion too, and PlayStation 2 has another part of the golden era and stuff like that. But Final Fantasy VI was within those games that just were great, just great. And Squaresoft at the time, because they didn't change to Square Enix up to later with Final Fantasy. After Final Fantasy X, what I meant to say is, maybe I'm going very slow here, but Final Fantasy VI was within those games that were super duper well done by Squaresoft at the time. Final Fantasy VI, Chrono Trigger, Super Mario RPG, all those games came out kind of like one after another, very close, and it was just amazing. And Final Fantasy VI helped recreate a new style of 2D that was used much more often afterwards. Because Final Fantasy IV and Final Fantasy V were more looking like Final Fantasy III in a sort, whereas Final Fantasy VI just changed that. Obviously it got beaten by Chrono Trigger, which is much more beautiful. Although, if it wasn't for Final Fantasy VI, I don't know if we would have had such a beautiful game like Chrono Trigger. So there it is. We're going to play Final Fantasy VI. And I cannot tell how much I love that game. it just has such a charm. And it's one of the first RPG where all the characters are somewhat protagonists. It's not just Terra that we will eventually see. Here I'm letting that intro play, but you will see that intro play again once you start the game. So I'm gonna go ahead and get started. Alright, here we are on Final Fantasy VI. And that Pixel Remaster, because yes, we're playing Final Fantasy VI Pixel Remaster, we are not playing the other version that used to exist of Final Fantasy VI on Steam. I'm playing Final Fantasy VI Pixel Remaster on Steam here. And what you need to know is that there's a whole set of music player, gallery, bestiary, like any of the other Final Fantasy Pixel Remastered. They all had that special extra section that you can go to. The musics of the game were remade, and that's why it may sound a little bit different from what you heard when you play Final Fantasy III, because yes, Final Fantasy VI in the US used to be Final Fantasy III when it came out in Super Nintendo or Super NES. Oh, it's very interesting to see how they changed this one, how they changed the prelude. For those who don't know, the prelude on the original game can only be heard on the save, on the loading screen for your save states, which was very interesting. Anyway, here they changed that because they allow you to have that extra white screen. Because in the past, we were only that screen that you saw with all the thunders and all that stuff. We're gonna let that run a little bit, the music behind. Ah, it's beautiful. I love the prelude. And Final Fantasy IV really updated the prelude in such a beautiful way. And then Final Fantasy V and Final Fantasy VI and Final Fantasy VII continue to use it this way. I don't remember Final Fantasy VIII actually. I don't even know if Final Fantasy VIII uses it. I need to check that back. Anywho, let's get going, let's get started, let's play. The ancient war of the Magi, when its flames at last receded, only the charred husk of the world remained. Even the power of magic was lost. In the 1,000 years that followed, iron, gunpowder, and steam engines took the place of magic, and life slowly returned to the barren land. Yet, there now stands one who would reawaken the magic of ages past and use its dread's power as a mean by which to conquer all the world. Could anyone truly be foolish enough to repeat that mistake? I love that intro because it's so dramatic when you think about it. So as you saw, basically what they talk about is that in the past there used to be magic, and you will see that it comes from espers, and you will understand that those are very important people eventually. Well, people. I guess beasts. They would say that they're more like beasts. And that somebody wants to recreate that. Alright. Oh, shoot. I didn't know that it was going by itself. But as you can see, Wedge and Biggs are talking. And they're like, oh, there's one esper here. So magic is there, magie is there, so you can get magic thanks to that. Alright, let's get started, Biggs. Ah, yes, our witch. I heard she fried 50 of our magic armored soldiers in 3 minutes. Kinda makes your skin crawl, don't it? Relax. With that thing on her head, she's a mindless puppet. The girl won't even breathe unless we tell her to. Ah, poor Terra. We'll approach from the east. Move out. And here we are, we're gonna attack Nash, where we found an esper. Ah, this music is fantastic. Final Fantasy VI, well, I love it so much that not only I find it a little bit more beautiful than a lot of the games from the past, but also there was fantastic music by Nobuo Uematsu. Magnificent. And Terra's theme that you're hearing here is probably one of the best, if not the best main theme that I heard from any games. So it's funny because right now they don't have a credits rolling, because on the original game you do have a credit that shows all the name of the people who actually work on the game, but it doesn't seem that they're gonna do that on this one, but they kept it because it's such an iconic moment. And that music, ah. In this music there's something so emotional and sad, and yet, I don't know, there's a mix of emotions. And here the music changed, because now it's becoming a little bit more demonic. You can hear a little bit more of a, I don't know, of a eerie kind of sound, evilish kind of sound, because it does represent the empire that tries to take over the world again, and in order to do that, they would go at any length by picking up all the magic in the world, which disappeared. And obviously Final Fantasy VI is the first Final Fantasy VI that is the first Final Fantasy VI is the first Final Fantasy that actually play on the steampunk movement. It's more steampunk than what it used to be. Before it was more medieval. Although with Final Fantasy IV we can say that there's some interesting thing going on, but anyway, it will be spoiling. Let's get started, Wedge. The girls takes point, and don't waste time on the riffraff. Remember what we're here for. Let's move. Nash. And okay, they show you how to play the game as usual. So you can see that I can press A to confirm, B to back, but also run if I press and hold. And yes, I do not need an accessory to do that, because there is an accessory on Final Fantasy VI for sure to make you run, to make you sprint. So I'm wondering what that accessory does nowadays. But anyway, you can open and close the menu with Y. X will open and close that mini map that is on the top right, which is something new. It didn't used to exist. And X also allows you to have auto battle on and off. You can press LB, RB to actually see all the characters, because by default you see only one, which will be Terra in this case, but then we can switch with other characters. LTRT to go page up and down. The minimap on and off is actually not X. X is to open the map. I think this is the start button. Anyway, let's get going. Oh. Wait, the expert gonna be here. Let's keep looking. So you can see that, yes, I can see that there's even an in. Interesting. Look at that. Oh, it looks so much better than that other version. Because there was another version of Final Fantasy VI that was very different. That was done on Steam. I will play it eventually. But so far I never played it. But it just looked very different. Guard. The Empire's got no business here. I would say that compared to the original Final Fantasy VI, it looks a little bit... it's light, it's a little bit lighter. The colors are not as dark. So you can see here I'm playing with what we call Magitech, so I can do a lot of different type of attack. And so far all those attacks, they are just successful. You can see that Terra has different attack than Wedge and Biggs. And you can see that we can get levels as well. This game is using the active time battle. And here you can see our characters. You can see that I can get the equipment from Terra, but I cannot do anything with Biggs and Wedge equipment. And I can change the formation. I can put people on the back or on the front. You can see that we can get up to 4 characters in battle in this case. And that's about it. And abilities, you can see that she has Cure and Fire, so I can heal people. I can change with Big and Wedge, like I said, or keep Terra. Yeah, that's very interesting because the color scheme is a little bit more colorful, let's say it. Because in the past, Terra was much more, everything was much more darker. Well, Imperial Magitech armor? Not even Narsh is safe anymore. So let's use Terra with the ATB. I'm gonna let's do Bioblast because it attacks both enemy. I'm gonna do a healing on this guy and a Thunder Beam. Okay. Level up. Okay, Wedge and Biggs leveled up. We also earn a potion from all of this. Yeah, actually, let me show you on the... You see on the equips, there's 2 things that are named relics. That's what I was talking about with the sprinting shoes. Oh, we're getting attacked. Stop them, for Narsh! Okay, we're gonna fight the wolf first, the Silver Lobo. Thunder Beam, and here I'm gonna do a Magitech Missile. Okay, we got to push on again. They didn't change the sound that much for this game. Okay, let's do Banisher, and here let's do the Ice Beam, so that you can see a little bit of everything. So yeah, those Magitech are super powerful, at least right now. Alright, is there any other enemies that can pop up if I go on the side? Nope. Let's continue up there. We got them trapped now. So, which is interesting is that yes, on Final Fantasy VI you can get surrounded. I don't remember if Final Fantasy IV or Final Fantasy V has that. I need to check that back. Sorry, Terra. You're pretty low in health right now. Only 15. I better heal you. I didn't check if actually the characters get healed after they earn a level. I don't think so. You can see that I can run to actually go back into a better place. To run, you have to press LB and RB. Okay, she leveled up. You see she went to 77. Let's see if we see that being true. Nope. You can see that when I get a level, I do not get healed. I do not get healed when I get a level. Alright. I can run, by the way, like as you can see here I was running. Defend the mines! Oh, what are those? Megalodolph. The best is Bioblast because it attacks everyone. Jeez, Biggs and Wedge gets a lot of level. Okay, let's go in. According to our source, some miners unearthed the frozen Esper in a new shaft they were digging. This must be it. Oh, interesting. We added that additional like dum dum. It's very weak, but you can hear it. Doom 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 doom. Ah, they remove the effect of the of the sound because on the original version it looks like somebody was breathing. Somebody was like. Anyway, do you want to learn about save point? Yes, why not? Let's learn about save point. At save points, you can use stance and sleeping bag and also save the game. You can also use the save and quick save functions anywhere on the overworld map. Okay, we have were rats here. I'm gonna heal a little bit my characters because they already are at a lower level. Oh, the were-rat doesn't get beaten up by that. Okay. Well, now I know. Although they did get poisoned because you can see that they lost one. Huh, interesting. I can do Confuser for... Let's try Confuser, let's see what it does, I'm curious. Okay, so they're confused, they attack each other. But you can see that once we attack one, the other one will just come back to normal. Very range at Battlefield, pretty good, I must say. Okay, let's try to get one level maybe for Terra before we... Oh, back attack, perfect. So back attack, you will see that my characters are just on the other side, and generally when a back attack is happening, your characters attack much less, so you have to go here on row and try to move them in the front so they have a better attack, okay? Well, here in this case it probably doesn't matter because we're on a Magitech, so I'm sure the attack will pretty much be the same. But that's a bit more important in the future of the game, let's say it this way. Oh, we earned 63x from this. Okay, she's probably gonna have a level like in 1 or 2 battles. Let's just attack, I don't need to do. So you can see, you see that here, every single attack kills the enemies instantly, so it's useless to try to select one or two. Oh, it's 63 experience, but it's divided by 3 because there's 3 people. I forgot about that. So maybe there's 4 battles that we need to do. Hopefully it's not too long for you. It's been 20 minutes that we're playing so far. It's just better to be safe and actually have my character with 1 more level. Especially, well, you don't know yet that her name is Terra, but but I assume that most of you may know if you play things like Dissidia or know Final Fantasy in general. So it should be fine. It's not a big spoil. I love the jazz, you know, the ways that they make it a little bit more jazzy. I'm not even bothering about selecting one because it will just go to the next one automatically. Alright, here we go. Let's get going. I'll handle this. Stand back. We are not handing over the Esper. Ymir, get them! Biggs, hold it! This thing, we must have trained it to guard the mines. What are you talking about? You know what is it? What this is? Even heard of a lightning whelk? It's a monster that absorbs lightning and stores the energy in its shell. Right. So whatever you do, don't attack the shell. Got it. But we talked about lightning, so it means that probably his weakness is slime. I just have to be careful to not attack. Oh no no no! Go! Okay, we have to stop attacking. Defend. Oh, I think it's nice enough because he didn't attack me back, even though. Yeah, I have nothing to heal me from slow, so Biggs will just be slow. Gah! Let's try another beam just to see if I was right. Oh, we'll beat him anyway. So bosses on Final Fantasy generally do not give experience. I think we do give gills, but in this case we got neither experience nor gill, as you can see. But we got a high potion and an ether. So for those who don't know those items, potion is basically restoring 50 HP, high potion 250 HP, and ether 50 HP, MP. And you can see that all your characters has HP and MP. HP is health point. If it goes to 0, it's game over. MP, if it goes to 0, you cannot use magic anymore. And you can see that most of the characters doesn't have magic, but apart from Terra here right now. Anyway, let's continue. Actually, you know what? I'm curious about something. Let's do one fight. Come on, come on, come on, game. Okay, perfect. I'm gonna go to the items here. You can see that I can see wedge, mithril sword, and buckler. Unfortunately, I cannot. No, I cannot pick them up. So sometime on Final Fantasy, one little trick that I would suggest you to do is that when you know that your character is not a final character in the game, or somebody that will stay in the group, one of the best things you can do is actually removing their equipment, because their equipment generally will be better than the one from your characters. Generally, it's not necessarily always true. Here's the Esper. So, this is the Frozen Expert. They didn't change much the sound effects, I'm surprised. Doom, 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 doom. Da, da, da. This thing's giving me the creeps. Something's not right. The frozen creature begins emitting an eerie light. What's gonna happen? Where's that light coming from? Wah! What was that? Wedge? Wedge, where are you? Hey, what's going on? Okay, something's happening. And... oh, it seems that now we're in a bed. Nash. So, Final Fantasy VI, there's something very interesting that we should talk about. Is that you will see that here, I could potentially go on those two items. Like the clock. Oh, I guess the armor doesn't have anything. I thought that it did. But the clock has something, and you can see it now because there's that extra exclamation point that shows you that you can pick up something. Let's see, it's locked. And if you pick it up, one thing that you should know is that in the future, you will be able to go back to Narsh. And if you pick up the item now, you will not be able to pick it up later. And later, the item will not be the same. And that was tricky. That was a big trick on Final Fantasy VI that you need to know. I remember that the new item may be better than the current items that we're gonna pick, but at the same time, right now it may be needed for you if you didn't obtain Elixir. Oh, it's a good one. It may be needed for you if you didn't, really train your character enough. Alright, let's go talk to this person. I'm sure this one is locked too. Yeah. Where am I? My. Am I only just... And I only just removed the crown. My head hurts. Oh. Easy there. This is a slave crown. The others were using it to control you. It was robbing you of your thoughts, making it so you would do whatever they told you. I can't remember a thing. Don't worry, it will come back to you. In time, that is. I love a screen. That's one thing that I loved on Final Fantasy VI is that every character will be introduced with a screen like this. So here you can read, a mysterious young woman born with a gift of magic and enslaved by the Gestalian Empire. Yeah, the Empire of Gestal, so Gestalian. I think the way that they translated it before didn't necessarily use it this way. It was a little bit different. But I'm sure they updated it because a lot of things were removed from the game in the past because it was very hard to actually update things up and making sure that everything can stay in a cartridge, it's an SNES cartridge. Anyway, let's get going here. Terra. So in Japan, she's named Tina and not Terra. I guess I have to press okay. But I don't know if they changed that to Terra eventually. I'm not sure. But they kept it Terra in the US, obviously, here. And for the rest of the world. My name is Terra. Impressive. I've never heard of anyone recovering so fast. You must be made of tougher stuff than most. Open up! We're here for the Magitech Armor pilot. Open this door right now! Hand over that girl! She's an agent of the Empire! Empire? Magitech Armor? There's no time to explain. You need to get out of here. These fools aren't going to listen to reason. This way, quickly! Achievement, mystifying woman. Interesting. Make your way out of town through the mines. I'll try to buy you some time. Let's see. Open this door right now. Hand over that girl. She's an agent of the Empire. Blah, 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 blah. And let's get going. And thank you for buying us some time. Up there! So we cannot do anything else than going in that cave. Nash mines. We're at. So unfortunately, because I have a back attack, what I need to do is to go raw, so like that my character is in the front and she can attack better. But you can see that now she's not as strong as she used to be, so that's why I wanted to train her a teensy bit earlier. Well, she can still beat them in one hit. So at least there's that. She looks a little bit weird when she's attacking. It looks like she's frowning. It's very funny. There's something here. No, there's nothing. There's nothing there either. It's funny, you can see the save point on the... Let's attack that thing, whatever that is. And Spritzer. Okay, now we're gonna attack the bandit. You can see that she's losing quite a lot of HP here. But let's not forget that she has magic, so we can use Cure to hit her. Oh, Wrench, no. No. It's a strong attack, as you can see. It's funny because I thought that the Wrench, actually they were launching it when you beat them. Do we have a sleeping bag? No, we do not. So on the game there's a notion of sleeping bag and a notion of tent. And those two are a bit different. Well, the good news with back attack here compared to Final Fantasy IV, for example, is that your characters are not turned around, so they're not susceptible to more damages, which is good. Okay, we at... Sorry about that. We're at 35 minutes. And yeah, what I'm gonna do here is to show you what it looks like to use a magic. So we're gonna use Cure on Terra. It heals her completely, which is good. And I think it was 5 MP, was that it? Yes, 5 MP out of 42, so you have to be careful about that. I can heal it back thanks to Ether, or thanks to the Elixir, but I don't want to use the Elixir because you should keep that for the end of the game. Okay, first treasure chest, it's a Phoenix down. Second treasure chest. So always attack the enemies that did not attack you, so like that you don't get attacked twice. So for example here it was perfect, because I attacked the enemies that did not attack me yet, and I could kill it, so thanks to that I don't get extra damage. I may get a level up. Sleeping bag, yes, now I have one. So if I'm feeling really bad I can use that. Is there anything here? So there's a door here, as you can see, but right. Oh, preemptive strike, perfect. I like how they redid that battle theme. It's not my favorite battle theme of Final Fantasy games, but it's still pretty good. I prefer the boss theme, of a set of boss themes that's available on this game. Okay, since we have only 70 experience left to have the next level, let's just do it, you know. We're gonna use fire. Oh, I actually use fire on both enemies. You can do that. You're not obliged to attack only one enemy, you can attack both. Oh, perfect. Oh, we learned Persona thanks to the level up. So Persona is, if you're getting poisoned, obviously you can use it to remove the status of poison. Alright. Let's continue. Uh-oh. There she is! Aww. She fell down. But at least thanks to that she was saved against the enemies so far. Uh-oh. The past. Kefka. My sweet little magic user. With this slave crown, you'll be all mine. Sorry, I tried to do the laugh, Kefka laugh, which is very interesting because I think that's something that you always remember about. I think that Kefka laugh was even used in that Sonic game that was done as a how do you name that? Creepypasta, as a creepypasta. There's a Sonic game as a creepypasta or something, and they use actually the laugh of Kefka in order to make it laugh. Anyway. Good, good! Burn them all to a crisp! Sorry. I did it terribly, but that's okay. Ooh, look at all those characters here. Eventually, most of them you're gonna know them. Guest star. Soldiers of the Empire, we stand at the dawn of a new age. The lost power of magic has returned to us. We have been chosen. The time has come for us to claim our rightful dominion over the world. Well, it's an empire after all. What do you expect? We're gonna say all that bad things. Alright. Nothing shall stand in our way. Hurrah! Hurrah! Long live Emperor Gestal! I'm trying to be animated here. Oh, we came back to this. Why? Where's that person? Took you long enough? Busy with all the robbing and plundering, I presume? A treasure hunter and trail-worn traveler searching the world over for relics of the past. And here we are with Lucky! I'm assuming you say Lucky, right? It's not Luck, it's Lucky, right? Anyway, we're all gonna say Lucky. Here we are with Lucky. I have impressions I say Lucky, but no, I say Lucky, Lucky, Lucky. Alright, let's go with Lucky. I prefer the term treasure hunting. Ha! Semantic nonsense. There's a huge difference. Haha. Anyway, is there something you need me to do? There is indeed. I met the girl. Girl? You don't mean... The city guard is pursuing her as we speak. The city has the strength to stand up to the Empire, but it won't use it. The people are just too stubbornly independent to join an underground resistance group like the Returners. The Returners are very important for the beginning of the game. And you may see why. I don't think we're gonna go that far, unfortunately, but maybe we can. We'll see. I'm just trying to do a video of an hour Big Max. I tried to explain that the Empire was controlling the girl, but they wouldn't even listen. Alright, so you want me to get her out of Narsh? That would be the idea. Make your way to Figaro for the time being. Ba, 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 ba. Hello, Lucky! Uh-oh, we got company. There she is! Okay, there's like 6 enemies. Wonderful. There's a whole bunch of them. Kupo! Aw, look at this cute thing. Moogers, are you saying you want to help? Kupo! Kupo! I'm trying to do the Kupo voice that comes from Final Fantasy XIII too, I guess. Use Earth to protect Terra from the guards. Would you like an explanation? Yes? You'll fight using 3 different parties. Press the L button to switch between them. I will say L button, like in the original SNES game, but I assume we're talking about LB. Defeat the leader of the guard before his troops reach Terra, or the battle's last, Kupo. I did that extra Kupo because I wanted to. Okay, you can see that I can switch between party by pressing LT. What I'm gonna do is that... Oh. LT, not LB. What I'm gonna do is that... Oh, I can talk to people? I'm gonna make sure that all the paths are protected. Like that. And now I'm just gonna wait that some of them come by. Yes, I'm gonna wait. Instead of not fighting them, I'm gonna fight them. You can see that we have our adventurer Lucky, and then 3 Muggles with me here. The enemies are very slow to move, jeez. I guess I'm gonna have to go up to them. Come on! Come to Papa! Megalodon and Cyberlob. You can see that the Kupos... Alright, what is great is that Locke can steal, and we're gonna try to steal. Oh, that was a strong attack. Couldn't steal. Okay. Oh. Oh, Lucky has 611 for the next level? Wow. Okay. So first one. Second one. Couldn't steal. Come on, Lucky. You don't know how to be a treasure hunter? Okay, third one. And I'm probably gonna have to heal my characters because otherwise... Stole potion. Ugh. That's it. Well... it doesn't do a back attack. It would have been fun if it was the case. Stole potion. Okay, we cannot steal anything else than potion apparently. Okay. That's not worth it. If I knew, I would have just let the other one. Well, the problem is that if I let the other one attack... Okay, let's see. No, LT. Okay, let's try with the other one because I want to see what the other one does and if they have something special. Oh, this one has dance, but apparently I cannot use it. Oh, Mug learned Twilight Require. Oh, because it's really Mug, the Mug from the one that we're gonna gain as a character. So, okay, let's see something for a minute. We could gain as a character. So you can see that it has a mithril spear and a mithril shield. And I can remove them all and keep them for me. Unfortunately, I cannot do that with the rest. But for this one, we're gonna do that for the moment. That may help for the future. Okay, he learned a new dance, which is cool. Let's see. Let's fight with that last one here. I'm wondering if Snowstorm was something that he could learn as a dance. I don't know. Actually, I don't know how it works. I don't remember. Alright, I'm gonna switch party. We're gonna make sure that I heal all the characters that we have here. I know, unfortunately, that means I lost a lot of my stuff. But the good news is that I have a mithril shield to help Lucky to be super strong. You see, that's exactly what I wanted to show you because it's very important to do that on Final Fantasy. Alright, let's get going, let's continue. And this is the boss, probably. This one we need to make sure that I steal. Oh! I was brutal. Stole mithril knife. Oh, perfect. I'll be good for my character. So you can see here, I can go here. Oh! Why can't I change it? Huh. Okay, let's attack. Oh. Oh, good. Oh my god. Okay, I'm in a trouble here. I may lose people. Okay, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna do a Phoenix down on one of those. Oh, thank god. You should be killed pretty soon. Oh no! What did you miss? You dumb. I think I'm done for. Oh yes! I was very just. Okay, potion and high potion. And we got to mutual knife too, which is cool. Aww. Thanks, Moogle. When you're dead. Alright, let's get out of here. This switch other. Yes, it's open the cave. Ah, you're back with us now. You saved me? Save you thanks for the Moogles. I can't remember a thing. It's like my mind's trapped in a fog. You lost your memory? And yes, it's a amnesia. Of course, amnesia, as usual. An RPG trope that everybody makes fun of. Anyway, Terra, a man said he would come back eventually. So you've got amnesia. Don't worry, I won't leave your side until your memory returns. Huh? I'm not gonna up and abandon someone just because they lost their memory. I'll keep you safe, I promise. Alright. Before we do anything, let's change that dagger to a military knife. I probably miss how to equip in... I swear that... Oh, she got a mithril knife. That's good. Okay. Let's go back over there quickly. Let's see if I can do anything. No. Let's see if this has some special stuff for us. No. But there's a guy here. Let's talk to that person. This is a school for the beginning adventurer. Despite all our recent advances in technology, the outside world remains full of monsters we know little about. Here, we provide advice to travelers brave enough to face its many dangers. Alright, let's get going. Let's learn a bit more. Oh, by the way, we're going to change to Terra. Oh, what is that? This is water from a recovery spring. It will restore your HP and MP. Such springs are located throughout the world, so always be on the lookout. Your characters are... Oh, Terra doesn't have all her MP. And you can see now that I got everything back. Okay, cool. Let's talk to him. This is a school for the beginning adventurer, despite all our okay, he said the same thing. Okay, let's go to that first room. Field science. Let's talk to that guy first. This is a save point. At save points, you can use tents and sleeping bag and also save the game. You can also use the save and quick save functions anywhere on the world map, on the overworld map. I always say world map. Okay, let's talk to this one. The button you press to talk to me is the confirm button. Press the cancel button to go back. To bring up the menu, just press the menu button. Use the directional pad or analog stick to move your character. Let's talk to this one. When selecting armor or weapons in a shop, symbols will appear next to characters that can equip them. A high symbol, a triangle or a high, or a hero up, let's say hero up, symbol indicates an increase in attack or defense power. A down icon symbol indicates a decrease in attack or defense. Equal indicates no change. E shows that the character already has that item equipped. A symbol beneath a character means that person is currently in your party. Okay. Let me teach you how to ride the chocobo. Press the confirm button or up on the directional pad to move forward. Change course by pressing left or right on the directional pad. Press L button to change the view. You can also control it the same as when walking. You can dismount by tapping the cancel button, but be careful, the bird will return to its pen as soon as you get off. So meaning that once you actually lose it, you'll lose it, and you have to pay back or do something back for it. Potion may taste funny, but they also heal injury. If you are hurt, drink one to restore some HP. Staying at an inn will completely heal your entire party. Have you heard about relics? Relics can grant you a variety of abilities. For example, sprint shoes double your walking speed. Useless in this case. A gauntlet lets you hold a weapon with both hands to increase damage. The knight's code make you shields others in combat. Dragon boots allow you to perform jump attacks. A person can equip up to 2 relics at the same time. Let's see this one. Valuables are sometimes hidden in pods, such as this one. Alright. We obtained an effort thanks to that. Thank you. And here, let's see what it's gonna say. Be careful! Sometimes monsters lurks inside of treasure chest. Okay. Monster in a box. Steal, please steal, couldn't steal. Okay, we're gonna try to steal. Just to show you how it looks like when you're trying to steal something. Well, we succeeded in stealing the Mithril Knight, so you know what it does, but I just want to show you if we could steal multiple times or not, because I don't remember. I don't think you can. I think there's only one item per enemy. Okay, stole potion. Okay, let's see. I'm gonna try to steal a second time. Nothing to steal. Okay. Chomp. So you see, it's a monster in a box, but there were nothing to actually get. So yeah, it's coming back from Final Fantasy 3, 4, and 5, which I think all of them have that too. Okay, let's talk to this one. If you set the battle mode to wait in the config menu, you can take all the time you want to select spells or items in battle without having to worry about being attacked. And I think it's... is it by default on wait? Yeah, it always is. Okay, let's go here. We're gonna stop when we're gonna meet Edgar, I think. So I'm gonna try to hurry up to meet Edgar, but let's finish with the tutorial. Status effects are represented by different colors. Blue equal reflect. Spells are reflected back at enemies. Yellow equal protect. Defense is increased. Green equal shell. Magic defense is increased. Red equal haste. Speed is increased. One of the best, by the way. I love to use haste. Haste and regen together are perfect. Regen regeneration, allowing you to get back some HP every single turn. White equals slow. Speed is decreased. Pink equals stop. Time is frozen, and you saw that with one of the Moogle. Okay, that's about it. Let's see. Damage received by characters in the back row is halved, but so is their attack power. To change rows, select Formation in the menu and press Confirm twice on the target character. Oh, and if you select another character from that menu, you can swap the order of the two characters. So for example here, I can swap. Which I will do right now, by the way. Okay, there's nothing here. Damage is more severe when enemies have you surrounded, especially if you got your back to the attacker. Let's see. You can flee from most battle by holding down the L and R buttons at the same time. When the gauge next to a character's name is full, you can use a command action. Select the skip option to skip that character's turn and move on to the next in line. So skipped is B, I think. When selecting the target for a spell, press the L or R button to target all allies or enemies. The defend command halves the damage received. It stays in effect until another command is entered. Obtain sleeping bag, cool. Let's go. Let's go to the last room, shall we? You might find this room more useful after you've gained some experience out in the world. A lot of the things you'll hear in here might not make much sense until you've gotten your feet wet. Alright. Advanced battle tactic, let's get option, potion. Desperate times can bring out strength you never knew you had. Critically wounded characters may occasionally perform powerful hidden techniques when you select attack. That was the first version of a limit break. Yes, limit break exists in Final Fantasy VI, which wasn't existing on any other games up to Final Fantasy VI. And Final Fantasy VII made it such a better thing. But we're gonna talk about that on Final Fantasy VII. Something to note about the Reflect spell. Reflect doesn't block spells that have already been reflected once. So be careful about that, because yeah, if somebody reflects a spell, it's not gonna reflect again. You can use this to your advantage. Cast Reflect on an ally, then cast attack spell on that same person to bounce them at the enemy. Get it? Bushido techniques can be unleashed only after the required power for the skill in question has built up. Oh, you can select action for the characters while power builds up. Okay, we're gonna go. Because unfortunately, I have to leave. I didn't realize that it was already that late for me. Let's try to come in, and obviously you can see that. Is that? Hey! Uh-oh. It's not safe here. We'd better hightail it south to Figaro. Okay, let's try to go to Figaro and see the world map of the game. Ah, they don't have the Fira theme. But you can see the world map up there, which in the original game was there too. And you can see that those dots didn't used to exist on the original game for magic, fire, let's fire on every enemies. Sorry, leaf bunnies. Okay, here's the castle of Figaro, so let's go in. Oh. Let's try to steal from the enemy. Antidote, okay. Yeah, we're gonna finish just on time to quickly meet Edgar. And that's where we're gonna stop, okay? And Edgar is an important character because he is actually helping the returners, and that's why we're coming here. Anyway, halt! Oh, it's you! Proceed! We're not gonna visit the castle, but there's a lot of things that you can do and get. Oh, they added that new, like, second layer in the music. Interesting. Here's King Edgar. King Edgar. Edgar. I don't know how you name that, but how you pronounce his name. You mean this young woman is... Who are you? Oh, my apologies. How rude of me to turn my back to a lady on our very first meeting. And he's a womanizer too. The young king of Figaro Castle, Imperial ally, and champion of the technological revolution. Edgar. It's too bad that we don't use their character art instead of actually showing their 2D model here, but that's okay. I am Edgar, the king of Figaro. Hey! Surprised that someone like me knows the king? Well, I'll catch you two later. So you're an Imperial soldier, right? Don't worry, Figaro and the Empire are allies. Feel free to rest here for as long as you'd like. It's not in my blood to harm a lady. Why are you being so kind to me? Is it because of my abilities? I'll give you 3 reasons. First of all, your beauty has captivated me. Second, I'm dying to know if I'm your type. And third, I guess your abilities would rank a distant third. What's the matter? Guess my technique's getting a bit rusty. I'm suppose some girls would have felt something from those words. But not me. Alright, that's where we're gonna stop. Thank you so much for watching Tosso Show. Please continue to watch my show if you like it. I'm doing all the Final Fantasies as you see. This is Final Fantasy VI Pixel Remaster, which I think was very great to play, and I'm so excited to have played it at last. Thank you so much for watching Tosso Show. See you all soon, hopefully. Please subscribe and like the video if you can. It will really help me to get my channel going a little bit more everywhere, being available. Toss out. Bye bye.